Hello, my name is Michael Drake, and I am the Chief Service Officer for the City of Little Rock, Arkansas. And my chief responsibilities include the development and implementation of a series of high-impact citizen service initiatives led by Little Rock Mayor Mark Stodola that were developed and published in a plan we have named Little Rock Serves. The interviews you are about to see were conducted at Western Hills Elementary School, located in Little Rock, one of the sites for the Little Rock Serves childhood obesity intervention we have named Love Your School. Love Your School is a comprehensive mayoral policy effort announced by Mayor Stodola in his 2011 State of the City speech that is designed to address the underlying causes of childhood obesity in our city, including improving neighborhood conditions, improving access to fresh, affordable, and nutritious food, improving access to age and ability-appropriate physical activity, eliminating food deserts, and continuously engaging children with reinforcing messages that encourages them to make long-term, lifelong healthy choices.
The culture of health, as I said, starts with the leadership and having a principal that believes in it, cares about the students, and he recognizes that you can't be an academic achiever without good health, and he puts it into practice.
You can see the difference it makes in the students and how they want to mimic it and they want to be as healthy. You also see it with the staff. They tend to have a more healthier staff when it comes from the top down, which also sets a good example for the students.
Prior to them instituting Love Your School, my kids, they had decent eating habits, but I know sometime after school they're somewhat lethargic. But since they've implemented programs like Walk It Out and the nutrition program, I see that they have more energy after school, even though they've run right after school for several minutes after school. They come home, they still have plenty of energy. They've actually started making their own snacks. They like celery with peanut butter and raisins. They call it little boats. They get creative and make their own desserts and stuff of that nature. So it makes it easier as a parent for the school to be encouraging kids to have better eating habits.
I think the culture of health here at Western Hills has had an impact on my kids. They choose healthier snacks. They don't allow sugary, bad snacks here. They don't allow them to be brought in. So instead of asking maybe for a cupcake or a candy bar for a snack, a lot of times they'll ask for a banana or some fruit or something that's a little more healthier because that's what they're getting at school. And I think that's really made a big impact.
Because of this new incentive program, it has had a great impact on me and also my older 17-year-old daughter. We walk more. We hike Pinnacle Mountain, which is not that great, but Shelby loves it. We're trying to implement that at our house, that we go once a month, which is hard for a mother to do, but we do go to Pinnacle Mountain. And it's probably based on this program. My kids had a choice of going to see the Avengers this weekend or walking up Pinnacle Mountain, and they chose Pinnacle Mountain.
I think the Love Your School obesity intervention program here at Western Hills, I think it's great. I love the fact that it's multifaceted. There are many areas that we're looking at, not just one, not just assessment, not just nutrition, or not just more physical fitness. We've tried that in other places. But having the cooking classes for parents, more nutrition education, all of those areas is what makes it successful, because it is including the whole family, and that's what's going to make a change.
Anyone who knows, who has had a job, knows that to be there full-time gives you the better benefit than being there part-time. In the past, we've had coaches here that can only be here part-time. They're here sometimes, and they're at other schools. And tremendous differences that made. He's able to interact with the students every day. He's able to encourage them. The students are excited about being here because they get to see the coach every single day, as opposed to having someone here part-time. And they get started and they get excited about health programs and exercise and after school, and then they don't know if they're going to see them again. So it's a big plus to have Coach Leaton working here at the school, Western Hills.
It helps me to plan and to prepare properly so that kids get the wide array of physical education that they need. It helps me to plan and prepare also for the nutrition curriculum and coordinate with other staff members in order to get things going in the garden and elsewhere.
As a mom, having a full-time PE coach and someone to talk about nutrition has really helped Shelby. She wants to exercise and she's enthusiastic about exercising, which is great because, you know, maybe when I was growing up, I loved to exercise and I loved to play, but now as an adult, it makes me more aware of maybe I should get back to doing that again.
The data we've gotten recently, the children were measured in BMI in September. The children were measured again in May, and the preliminary reports has 80% of the students either fat index has gone down percentage and the muscle mass has gone up. So we're really looking forward to the final data coming from those organizations and those measurements, and more reasons that this program really works.
Love Your School has been the most important thing that's happened at our school this year. It has had the biggest impact of anything that we've brought into the schools. It's complemented our health fairs that we've always done. It's complemented the wellness that we've always promoted here. But most importantly, it got the kids excited about it and it got their parents excited about it all at the same time. Before we were hitting one group or the other, but not both at the same time.
We know our younger children, that's where you start making your habits. You pick up some bad habits when you're a teenager, but if we start good habits when you're young and they understand the science behind it, children are much more likely to carry that throughout their life span. And that's what we hope that we can establish while they're young, while they value their teacher's opinion and their teacher's knowledge and their parents' knowledge, the knowledge of their principal, while they still respect us. We need to teach them what's right, teach them while they're young. It's hard to change bad habits, but if they learn it from the beginning, and when we teach it in the classroom, then they go to the garden and see that's the food we learned about in the classroom, and wow, there it is on the lunch menu. Maybe I better try that.
As a result of this program, I enrolled in the cooking class, which was a blast. We had a great chef, a great nutritionist, and she went through the whole process of what you feed your kids. We did one session on McDonald's, and as a result of that, we still go to McDonald's, but not nearly as frequently. We cook at home more. Shelby drinks a smoothie almost every day with fresh fruit and Greek yogurt. And that's probably because of that class that I took.
Caleb is my second grader, and he got to do the cooking class with me, and he really enjoyed it. They actually got to do to make stuff, and to learn healthier choices there as well. And he really enjoyed it, and so did I. Learned a lot of things with the cooking class, and we are actually now doing a summer garden plot out here with the raised garden beds, and they're getting to watch the plants grow and learn more about it, and they're really enjoying that as well.
Since we're in education and it's a school is where we implement the Love Your School program, I would give it an A, B, and C rating. A being the best, C being not the best, and I would say that the Love Your School program, Western Hill, gets an A+. Because of the walk it out and the energy that the children have gotten from it, the camaraderie of the teachers, the full-time coach being here, the cooking program, the nutrition. We have our own garden here, and so all those things come into play to make the Love Your School program an excellent program here at Western Hills. When you know that nutrition is hand in hand with education and alertness and readiness for school, that you realize that unless children have some program like Love Your School program in place, I don't see how grades can improve. For my children, they were decent students, but since they've had better nutrition, exercise, the brain is working better and all that. So I think that if you intend for the entire school district to improve, you need to improve nutrition. And Love Your School program is one of the best ways I think you could do it.
I would definitely recommend the Love Your School. I think every school should have it. I think it's there's no bad effects of the Love Your School. I think there's nothing but positive, and I think every school would benefit from having it, and every school should have it.
I would love to see the 5 components of the Love Your School program taken to all the schools. I think it could have a big impact on the health of our students and thus the academic success of our students. Obesity has, I think, made a big impact on the academic success or failures of our students. And sadly, in our district, we're an urban school district. Poverty is a main issue that many of our children face. People are making poor choices about nutrition and activity, and this gives us some other options, and hopefully that'll affect their health for their lifespan.